Hello, welcome to Wobbly's verdict. My verdict of an excellent third Test match in this Ashes series. A fine win for England against Australia at Edgbaston today as they take a 2-1 lead going into the last two games of the series at Trent Bridge and the Oval. A fantastic performance by England and some real troubling issues for the Australian team. We're going to look in particular at the form of Michael Clarke, and we're going to have a look and see just how England are going to deal with the loss of Jimmy Anderson in the fourth Test match. And that's all coming up in the rest of Wobbly's verdict. So yes, as I said, a really bad day for Australia and a really horrendous day for their captain, Michael Clarke. With that defeat today, he equals the most Test losses for an Australian in England with 10. And that's not a record that he is going to want. He dropped Ian Bell on 20 today, a relatively easy catch for a very good slip fielder that Michael Clarke is. And strangely, he didn't bring Mitchell Johnson on until England needed only 74 to win. You would have thought he would have taken the new ball after having Stokes and Bairstow hopping around like they were on a trampoline yesterday morning. But he didn't come on until England needed, as I say, 74 runs to win. So slightly strange captaincy from Clarke. He's not going to be happy. His batting form obviously is struggling. Mitchell Starc obviously scored 50 today for Australia, and he now has more 50s in Test match cricket since April 2014 than Michael Clarke. Starc has 2, Clarke only has 1. For England, Ian Bell and Joe Root really saw England home comfortably for what could have been a tricky chase after losing Alistair Cook and Adam Lyth relatively early. But Bell scoring 60-odd and Joe Root with 30-odd not out saw England home comfortably. Ian Bell, contrast to Clarke, both coming in to this Test match under pressure. Bell scored more runs than any other batsman in the game and just got himself into a really good touch for the rest of the series. That probably the biggest bonus for England on the batting front is that Bell really looks comfortable at number 3 now. And although he had a little bit of luck in both innings, he deserves that after some poor luck in the previous games. Stephen Finn got man of the match, and rightly so. He took his best Test figures today, taking his 6th wicket in the Australian second innings. So a really great comeback for him, and he's going to be an important bowler now for England going into the fourth Test match. Of course, they will be without Jimmy Anderson. A bit of conjecture who's going to come in. Probably likely, I guess, that Mark Wood, if he's fit, will come into the side. But other candidates, perhaps Chris Wokes, who is just recently back to full fitness, or Jack Brooks, who is the opening bowler from Yorkshire, the county champions, who is a like-for-like bowler to Jimmy Anderson. A bit of swing, bit of seam, and he may well come into consideration as well. But England in good shape going into the Test match at Trent Bridge. Ian Anderson is a very big loss to them, but still, I'm sure the England guys will enjoy their thimbles of beer tonight and have a good celebration in Birmingham. Hopefully, they don't go to the walkabout and Joe Root doesn't get another whack from David Warner. Just a final thought, a good stat here to finish off the verdict of the third Test match. Only once in Ashes history has a side come from 2-1 down in that series to win. So Australia will have to overturn a hell of a lot of history if they are going to go home winning this series. Of course, they only have to draw it to secure it and retain the urn. But after this shellacking, really, at Trent Bridge, at Edgbaston, it's going to take a big turnaround at Trent Bridge. Thank you for joining me for my verdicts of the third Test match at Edgbaston. It's going to be a great game at Trent Bridge. I'm going to the fourth day of that Test match, and it's going to be just an excellent occasion. England, of course, if they can win there, will win the series, which will be a great turnaround after the 5-0 thrashing in the last series down under. For more cricket news, you can go to my Twitter feed, which is at WobblyBob25. And if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, that'd be great. I'll be posting some more content on here between now and the next Test. But for now, great performance by England. Well done to Alistair Cook and his men, and we'll see you down in Trent Bridge. Thanks.